Sir, I had one more question.
Huh.
Sir, can we apply this concept called as destructuring inside this right now in the script tag now as we are using
I'm
writing
sorry.
React code? Destructuring of an object
Huh.
like const within flower braces, we'll write to one or two variables.
Absolutely.
We'll be passing to the component,
Mm.
functional component, an attribute that is like a tasks array we are passing, right?
Absolutely.
So in the
Absolutely.
assignments, I try to apply that
Uh,
like within the component, I try to destructure it. I don't know why I got some issue trying to do that. Can you please just show it, sir, once?
okay. All right. So Vishwanath's question is: we know props data type is an object. Now, is there a way we can destructure the props because it's an object? Is there a way that we can destructure the props and then make use of the distinct variables that destructuring provides? So right now, what I have here is there is the account component that we just went on to create. And for the account component, we are passing the name and email as props. And within our component, we are utilizing the name and the email value by saying props.name and props.email. So there are a couple of approaches that you can take here. So what you can do is instead of utilizing this props everywhere, so imagine that you had like 5 prop values that you were passing. So every time you have to do props.name, props.email, props.gender, props.age, and things like that. Is there a way that I can just say something like name and email? The answer is yes. So what we can do is we can destructure the props in our code or inside our component. And this is how we do it. So I can now say const name comma email is equal to props. Because at the end of the day, what is the value of props? So when we come back, reload, if you check out, props is basically an object which contains name and email as values inside it, isn't it? So we've learned an ES6 feature where we can do a destructuring of an object. So when we do a destructuring of an object, now what will happen? Name and email are independent variables that we can use. User1 and user1 at gmail.com. So instead of within our JSX, instead of saying props.name, I could now make use of this variable name and I can make use of this variable email and then use that to display our output. So this is one of the ways of destructuring the props, right? You can do it inside the component. So I would say, so this is one approach.
Okay, sir.
Does this answer your question, Vishwanath?
Yes, sir. I
All right.
wanted.
So there's
Yeah.
another approach for the same. Let me show you that. What is the second approach? What you can do, I'll just copy this. Let me comment this out and I will just paste it here, do a little bit of formatting. So there's another approach that we can take. Now, the reason why in the lectures I have not done so far, right? In the future, you will learn destructuring concept, but so far in the lectures, we are manually doing props.name and props.email so that I want you to guys to get more comfortable how to use prop value inside the component. And the moment you get more comfortable with this, so right now you will do something like props.name and props.email. The moment you get comfortable with it, what you can do is you can either take the first approach that I've shown you, right, where you can do a destructuring of the props like this, or what is this? This is basically parameter. What is the value of this? As an object, it will contain name and email. So another syntax that you guys can use is you can actually destructure your props at the parameter level itself. So this is the second approach. So you can do something like name comma email. So what is going to happen right now is when you do a destructuring at this particular level, you now get access to name and email as independent variables that you can use. So when you come back, when you reload the page, you see that it still continues to work as expected, right? So there are these two ways how you can destructure your props and you can use it.
Okay, sir. Thank
Does
you.
that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome.